So historically, on this channel, mini bike videos are the worst performing videos that I put out here. But yeah, I bought another mini bike. The last mini bike series I did, that was the Monster Moto, whatever, with like the 3 horsepower brakes. I ended up finishing that video saying that I was going to make another video where I was going to get it running and driving. And to be honest, I got it running and driving, but I was in such a time crunch, I didn't even record any of it. Partly because I was just going to go back after the swap meet, and I didn't really see it selling at the swap meet. Well, lo and behold, I did sell it. So that's just gone. But that being said, this is a Baja Motorsports DoodleBug DB30. For some reason, like when I first got into mini bikes, like when I was building that one, I started to really like this frame. It's just a good looking frame. Like that's just where this is just like swooping around the tire. I just like it. When I think of a mini bike, I think of this. Like this big old goofy looking fender. I love that. Like it just looks like it has a big overbite. I don't know why that is. I just like the look of it. It's one of them things, it looks good because it looks stupid, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna roll around this thing. I already showed you the motor, and I'll fire it up here in a second. It's still got all like the stickers on it, which is pretty cool. Tires are even good on it. This, from what I've seen, like all the other ones I've seen just don't have it. So that's actually pretty cool. You got the alignment tool or whatever, or the chain tensioner thing with the clutch guard with all the stickers still on it. That's a really pretty sticker. It's a shame that you don't see more of it, but it's kind of hard to see right there. The back sticker's still there. This is still there. This one's still there, but I can tell you it's gonna come off because that just looks bad. The seats, that seat could be in better shape. There's really not a lot to look at on a mini bike. So what's weird is this works, but whatever happens here doesn't transfer to the carburetor. See, that's supposed to do something. So when I move this, it's not, which it doesn't really matter, because I'm not keeping this motor because it ain't. Actually, it does pull me. Like in the last video, I did ride it around, but it's just not enough to do anything. So the paint, it looks terrible, and I actually bought it with the purpose of painting it. But I'm just looking at all the stickers it still has. I think I'm just going to try to get this paint looking a little bit better and not even worry about it. That's what I did in that mini bike, actually. That was a lot more faded. And I'll get into it later, but I'll rub like some patina sauce on it. It'll actually darken this color up a lot. So I picked this thing up at a bundle deal. This is actually the most expensive mini bike I've ever bought, even though I've only bought 3, but I'm just saying. So I got this, 2 like John Deere lawnmower tires. I have a project cooking up in my brain that I need those for, or like tires and wheels. And this 3.5 horsepower brakes. It does run. The guy told us that, and he works with my dad, so I don't think he'd lie about that. Seems pretty decent. Yeah, this is a 84 model. I was hoping to be a little bit older, but it's not, so that's okay. I don't know what I'll do with that. I kind of have some ideas cooking over my brain, but after looking at this piston, it looks like there's a lot of blow-by, and I don't know what I want to do. That being said, that whole bundle I paid 80 bucks for, which I think I did pretty good. I said that was the most expensive mini bike, and it is. The last one I bought for 35 bucks. That one I paid 40 for. So 80 bucks is still pretty good. What's the plan for this? I actually bought it with a plan. I'm not selling this one because let me roll over there. I bought this to be the putt around vehicle for the swap meet, and it looks really good, but I'm gonna be honest, I like that frame better. I don't know what year that one is, but this one's a 71, so it's the oldest thing I have. Like the Monte Carlo is a 73. This being made in the 70s, see how thick this piping is? This thing is super heavy. And then add this 212 on it. It's just way too heavy to lift up and put in the back of my truck like as much as I want to. I think I'm gonna put that motor in that bike and then just try to sell this as a roller. Don't even worry about the motor, because as is, this frame is worth quite a bit. So I think I can get my money back out of it, plus more, and be pretty happy with it. All right, so you see I got it on the workbench. Somewhere between now and the last time I recorded, it won't run without choke on, which is kind of strange. I didn't really do anything to it. Either way, I'm not using this motor. Like I said, I'm using that one, so I'm gonna get tearing this thing apart so I can at least clean it and then go from there. It's a short bolt. I usually just take the rear wheel off to do this, but the master key was literally right here, so. The clutch is good. But I got a new one anyways, because I'm pretty sure that's a different size shaft compared to the 212. This is also a really long throttle cable because the one that came with this bike was frayed and stuff, and it wasn't really that good. So there we go. Alright, I'm trying to knock some of this rust off. A lot of it is just surface rust. So I'm going at it with like a sanding sponge, with it being wet. Be kind of like, I don't know. It's working because I did this whole side right here. It works for a lot of the smaller stuff. And for the bigger stuff, I got a SOS pad, which is that stuff. It just smooths it all out a lot better, and it also cleans it because it's like still got soap and stuff in it. So you just do that on the whole thing, and then it usually looks pretty decent. Alright, so as you can see, it's dry. Everything's a lot smoother. There's some areas that paint's just bubbling up on. I mean, I'm not going to focus too hard on that, but it is a lot smoother. So now you can also see that it is a little bit chalkier than it was before. It's definitely more pink just because, well, you just sanded a lot of it. So I'm going to rub some of this patina sauce on there. I've got a whole video on how to make this. I use it a bunch, and I'm sure people who watch these videos are tired of me using it, but it literally works on everything. And if you leave your truck outside, it lasts like 6 months. Since this isn't going to be outside, I shouldn't have to do this very often. And with something this small, it'll literally take like 15 minutes to do the whole thing. So I'm gonna do an area and then show y'all, because I like using it. It's pretty simple. So there it is on that side. Here's the other side. See, pretty big transition. So this is like boiled linseed oil and mineral spirits, and it dries on there, and it keeps like this glossy look, and it just darkens up colors. I put it on the fenders of my last mini bike I built, so it works on plastic pretty good too. So yeah, I'm gonna do this whole thing and then come back, and I don't know what I'll do after that, but I'll figure it out. Wow. Seeing as how easy the first wheel came off, let's pull the other one off, I guess. I also didn't explain why I've been taking these off. I can't stand rusty wheels on anything I own. So I'm gonna paint them. Oh yeah, you just need a thumb to take this one off. There we go. Oh, I don't know where that one went, but that front axle was super rusty, but this one just came right apart, so that's good. Alright, I actually have somewhere to be, like, I don't know, within the hour, so, but I am going to try to get these painted, so let's blow this apart. That bearing is not happy at all. Okay. Oh, I just sprayed the tire really bad. Alright, so it's the next day. Mini bike's over there. I did not really all that much off camera. I kind of just did the reverse of what I did yesterday, which is take it apart, so I put it back together. Also added something pretty cool. So yeah, let me show you. Alright, so first off, I really like how these white wheels turned out. Back when you can't see as much, but well, this side you can. Kinda, not really. course, I took the brakes apart, as in I took that off, and now I need help adjusting it because someone's got to be able to pull that. It's a whole thing, but they don't work right now. I like white wheels. I think they turned out pretty good. I think they complement this bike. And here's the IPF headlight I added. It's just mounted through one of the bolts to hold the fender on, so worked out pretty good. It's the perfect size for it. I picked this up at a swap meet. I don't know how many years ago, probably like 2. Never used it, and well, I've used it. About 2 weeks ago, I recovered the seat. Went to Hobby Lobby, got like this snakeskin pattern. It's subtle, and I think it looks pretty good. It's just old material was taken off, and I just laid this one on here, stapled it. I think the top is glued, if I remember right. Yeah, I went when they was running all that stuff, like fabric and stuff, 40% off, so that was like $7 for a whole yard of it. I think that looks pretty good too. Also ran these wires. That was pretty boring, but I did like the spark plug method with 3 zip ties. Spaced it out. And then this is for the kill switch on the 212. This is throttle, and then the brakes run back down there. I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, in the next video, I guess we're going to be putting a 212 on this thing. It's going to look pretty good. I'm out of time, and I just don't really feel like doing anything else today. So that's going to be the end of this video. Oh, I did shine this up. I forgot to mention that. I took some white diamond to it. It's really good. But yeah, that's the end of this video, and thanks.